Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Buried on Shine Mountain. And this is from writer and director Stuart Butler, and tells the story of two young farmhands led by an experienced prospector venture up the dangerous and haunted Shine Mountain in search of life-changing fortune. And this is a Western thriller. This has a very old school kind of feel. It's shot in black and white, and even like the opening title seems like this really old school kind of vibe. And this, for such a small budget, has a very strong visual style to it. It's very sharp and crisp, and there's definitely moments where Butler is able to channel a lot of tension and suspense into these scenes, and you're wondering, like, is this going to get like horror-y? Because there are some unnerving beats between the tension Butler builds and also the music, which is extremely effective, from composer Marie Sella. And it's like a mixture of like carpentry kind of tones and also like traditional like Western kind of musicianship. And it really sets the stage to create this unnerving, unsettling thriller out in the mountains. And it has a pretty simple story in terms of having Duck and Todd, played by Gunnar Dalton and Nigel Butler, who are these two friends, and I really liked their dynamic. They had great chemistry together. I liked this duo a lot. And you have Kurt Carter, played by Kyle S. Brown, who, you know, they meet him early on and they buy into this whole thing, and there's certainly tension that is brewing. Something about Carter doesn't seem right, and it just keeps building and building in intensity. And this film is able to deliver something very haunting and thrilling and engaging throughout. And this, like I said, it's not the most complex story. It's not something that's going to have tons of twists and turns, but it does have this foreboding sense of something isn't right. And you get that sense from the beginning, and it keeps sitting there. It has you, the audience, sitting in that tension and suspense. And it's really effective. And I feel like this film escalates well into its third act, where that intensity and suspense boils over and delivers this really impactful, poignant climax to this story. And throughout, you have this friendship, you have this conflict, this deeply human urge for greed and having these fancy things, and that's something that just sits there with you. And I'm impressed by how well it's able to balance those elements and deliver on such a shoestring budget. And this just has such a personality visually and really all the way around. It feels so fully realized in terms of what Butler's trying to do here. And you have a strong cast in this very low budget kind of film that make, especially between Dalton and Nigel Butler, make these two characters empathetic, and we care about them, we buy in. And we buy in, and then the suspense and that tension just wraps around you and delivers something special. But those are my thoughts on Buried on Shine Mountain. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.